Right, I'm recording it on the clouds now, so hopefully that's not affecting. Is that better? No. So, I think the internet's being silly or something. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, we're doing this. The knees are in line with the toes. We're nice and tall through the head. And then what I might do is I'll keep this recording up and just make it available maybe to you guys, or I'll see if I can work out how to download things. Yeah. So we're just turning the waist. So turn the waist. So you're turning from one corner to the other, but you're keeping. Excellent. We've got Nicola as well. Hello. Welcome. We're just doing this. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. That's enough for these cars to continue if we get 3 people. So you can be here if you want from next week, or you can be on Zoom. You see, because if you're off sick, for example, you might get a new strain of COVID or something, and then you can't come into this room because you give everyone your germs. You can do it on Zoom. That's very exciting. Nice and tall, and we're all so let the shoulders relax and sink the hips and watch the alignment of these says. Even though there's a little bit of movement in them, I'm keeping my knees on the toes. Keep the knees aligned. It's very tempting to do this kind of, like you're doing funny disco dancing. Now, for those of you that have just recently arrived, we're having internet issues. It's called. And also, this will have a new link from next week's class because Zoom have been silly or they've not let me. So it's got a brand new link. So I'm going to have to send that to Mike. Keep breathing. Nice, relax. And then watch the knees. So I was hoping to have, oh dear, she's vanished. She'll hopefully come back again. I was hoping to have a lovely tutorial which I'd recorded on the beach. And then when I got there, my phone had run out of battery. So I never got, and I've done it. It was amazing. But so I'm going to do I'm going to do a tutorial, but I'll do one using my computer plugged in somewhere. So note to self, make sure you've got a battery thingy, what you can put your phone in that will keep it charged. So when you make amazing video, you'll be able to use it. So there we go. And then like this. So sink the hips, sink the shoulders. So we'll just whiz through the loosening and then we'll do some joint mobilizing just to kind of get us a little bit warmer. We'll do some very slow motion kicking and punching, more for looking at posture and coordination than actually anything. Okay, so bounce and shake. So bounce first. So, for example, you might be in, I don't know, for some reason, a 12-hour queue or something, and you might want things to do while you're queuing. this could be your loosening exercises that, you know, if you spend a long time on your loosening exercise, that's at least an hour long of the 12 hours. And I found out one of my school friends from years ago spent a long time in a queue last week, and I thought, oh, I missed a trick there. I could have given her a whole bunch of exercises to do while she was waiting. And yeah, but what can you do? So 4, 3, 2, 1, and then shake, 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 shake. So the other thing I saw on the beach was very wet dogs coming out of the sea and then spraying their owners with much glee. It was very good. So it's like, imagine you. Here you go, have some seawater to their best buddies. It's really good. And that's them. So, it's starting to make more, you can see where the shake and bounce is useful in the punching. So keep your arms more outstretched. I'll just show you from the diagonal view, and just open the palms of the hands and keep, there's this firm feeling in the fingers. So they're not flippity floppity, but they're not like rigidly hard. They're, yeah, that's it. So. And imagine you're moving through water, and we're sinking the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then turn palms up. I think Nicola's internet must have exploded. She's vanished, but never mind. I'm glad she exists, so that was a good sign. So have the arms more outwards, more like that. When you get to the end, you wanna open. Yeah, hold that a sec, just to kind of, and imagine you're just sinking there, and that's like a curve. That's it, and then you come back down, and then you cross hands. Now that's definitely there, and then you come down. You make a curve shape with the arms, and then you come down and straight to wrist. Make the wrist a little bit more straight. So yeah, that's better. Fantastic. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the next one, watch the alignment of the knees on this next one. So in make sure your knees. So what you want to do is you want to rotate in that hip joint outwards, so the knee is definitely in line and your feet are firmly planted. Hello. We've got oh, that's very fine. Oh, how excited we've got from the room. She zoomed into the room. Oh, really? Well, it's great. And then when Christine's come back with a broken wrist, we'll have the whole game. So we're just doing the warm up with if it gets, we'll just do this nice and slow, and we're watching the alignment of the knee. So what you want to do, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's just transfer our weight. And what was your name again? Daniel. Daniel, that was it. Daniel. Brilliant. There we go. Okay, so I guess, yeah, because the other class this morning, we actually had 4 people missing, and there was 11 people in total turned up for it. So basically, that class is subsidising this class. So this is great. So I'm very happy Oh, like it's 5:30 here. It's 5:30 here or on Zoom, but the Zoom link's going to be different for next week because Zoom's got rid of my class. So I don't understand. It's confusing me. So we're transferring away from one side to the other. And then what you're doing is you turn away from the weighted knee. And then you come back to the middle, you see, you turn away from the weighted knee. So what I was saying, and you want the knee in line with the toes, the knee in line with the toes. And I've got my bright orange shoes so you can see what my feet are doing. But what I didn't bring, I'm going to have a look at, see if they've got any knee pads that are orange. Or different colour knee pads that are bright, so you can see what the knees are doing as well. So, get some skateboard knee pads. Unless you've got any ideas. So then you come up, you transfer the weight, one goes in front, one goes behind. You come up, you transfer the weight, one goes in front, one goes behind. You come up, you transfer the weight, one goes in front, one goes behind. You come up. So you want to rest your whole of your arm, the whole of the forearm, the back of the forearm across the back. And then what we'll do is go a bit quicker. 1, 2, and watch the alignment of the knees. So the knees in line with the toes, and you're sinking your hips. So this class is going to have, due to popular demand, there was a request for. I do a request thing in this class because it's a bit smaller, so I can actually cater for what people want to do a bit more than in a big class where you just have to go for the common denominator. So one in front, one behind. That's it. So don't worry if you haven't quite got it yet. That's fine. Just do something, and eventually you'll get it. Because this is really good for improving your coordination. So we've had a request for some punches and kicks, and we've also had a request for things that help exercise the neck and loosen it up a bit because we've got a stiff neck issue. So we're going to do all the joints, all the main joints nicely mobilised. We'll do some very, very gentle punches and kicks. So that's it. So it's the opposite. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Marvelous. Okay, and then we'll just let that drop. So keep doing this, and just what you want to do is you want to keep your feet still when you're doing this, and tap to the floor, and it's like doing a bit of a strop, you know. Like what was it, Kevin the teenager? Yeah, it's a bit like that. Oh, so unfair. Yeah. So I've got some messages. Purple trousers. Oh, okay. I think there's been a request that I wear those purple fluffy big sea hammer trousers. Yeah, all right. I'll dig them out. Yeah. It's much colder, isn't it? Well, the thing is, it's actually not that cold because I checked. It's like 15, 16 degrees, which should be hot, but it ain't because we were doing things like 35 degrees and so used to being boiled that now it feels cold. That's it. So it's like, oh, not even a really bad mood. That's it. And we're staying upright on the doing it. We're staying upright and we're breathing. Well done. So do you live in Scotland then? Yeah. Oh, good. How long does it take to walk? Well, the problem is we were supposed to go back last week, but we couldn't because there was this funeral on. So we had to, and I wasn't. I think that's what's throwing me. That's what's throwing me. Yeah. Yeah, we were in for actually at about 4 o'clock. It's nice. Oh, well, if they had a tea party, then I would have been able to get in anyway. Okay, well, that's really. Well, I just thought, well, it would look a bit, yeah, they don't obviously were broadcasting it, and yeah, you don't wanna, you know, oh, right, you lot move, I'm gonna do my Tai Chi, that would have just been wrong, you know, so. I, that's brilliant, you started to warm up, so you turn the waist, turn the waist more, so you wanna move the waist, turn the waist, that's it. So it's in a waist turn, yeah, so what's happening, actually, let's just do one arm at a time, because that will help loosen the arms off, because if you get your shoulders nice and relaxed, that has a knock-on effect on the neck anyway. So, if we just do one arm, you can place your hand there, or you can just leave your hand hanging, turn the waist, and just allow your arm to be swung. You can put it in your pocket. It's handy, isn't it? So you just let the arm swing. Just let the arm swing, and just think of this bit, the shoulders really letting go. So you wanna go here, look, keep the arm long, look. That's it, yeah, just keep it long and hanging down. So if you imagine you're moving through water, that will have the effect of your arm bending that up here. So you want to keep this lengthened feeling in the arm. That's better, yeah, that's better. Like when you're bowling, if you're bowling, you want to keep the arm long rather than too bendy. Yeah, okay. So the other arm doesn't feel, because this one will be all nice and relaxed and longer. This one will feel really short. So let's just do the other arm. And just like a, so if you have a look. I'm not really bending my arm that much, I'm keeping it long. So this is bending, this is bending less. You want to bend less. Yeah, you want to avoid that as well. You want to just leave the fingers on, so it's like this with a hand. Yeah, yeah, you're not going up. No, you're keeping the arm like this. You're keeping the arm this shape. So it's not turning, no turning, otherwise you end up what you said. So there's enough moving around already. So there we go, that's very funny. And now you go like this. Here you go. Yeah, it's not nice and tall. That's better. She'll be back. Can you remember what Chris said? Was it a week? A couple of weeks, yeah. It's sometime in October, which is a relief. 4, 3, 2. Don't forget there's a bounce as well. And then what we do is we sink and then wobbling. You can do this. So yeah, I was saying about, you know, you might be in a really long queue and you might be a bit bored. So you can do loads of Tai Chi exercises and then like 12 hours will just fly by. Yeah. I messaged my friend and asked her if she met David Beckham. But I don't think she did. But yeah, I'm that's big fun. Yeah. Well, at a residential retreat, we were doing a day. And when the old days when I was doing other martial arts, we'd do that, and you'd be okay. You kind of get used to it. Okay, let's do. We'll do Barry's exercise because that's a nice one for helping, because that stretches the lower back, and especially now it's gone a bit colder, we've sort of stiffened up a bit, haven't we? So actually, let's do this one. This one's one of Emma's. Wibbly wobbly. Like you're doing bad dancing in a club. Yeah, it's that's Erica Scuba has these. She always does the funny ones, which I remember. So what you do is you imagine you've got a pair of Morris dancing sticks, or if that's not tall enough, you've got a great big chopping thing in each hand. So that helps. So you go like this, you go 1, and then you come back 2, and then you go, oh. So like if you were, and then you go 1, 2, down. So let's try that again. We'll just do a trial run. So start here, turn, come back a bit, turn a bit. Yeah, you're moving your arms. So watch very carefully and do what's being shown rather than what you think is being shown. So you want to really look. So this is more for people that have been doing this a while than new people. So look, I turn, I come back. I turn, I come back. So it's like this. I'm turning my waist. I'm turning my waist. So it's the waist turning, the knees are staying pointing when pointing. So I turn, so legs kind of twist, turn, and I turn, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So turn, drop, turn, drop, turn, drop, turn, drop. So you keep your weight in the middle, you're staying in the middle and you're turning. That's it. And then you turn again and then you drop. You stay in the middle and turn. You stay in the middle and turn a bit more and you drop. So rather than thinking about the arms, turn your waist, leave the arms where they are. They're doing it. Look, it's this. They're doing it already. Don't move your arms and moving your arms. Turn, turn, drop. That's it. Turn, sink the hips. Drop, turn, drop, turn, drop. That's it. Turn, drop. One more time inside. Drop, turn, and drop. Very nice. Okay. Next, the one in the middle. That's quite fun. So it's like do a big one, and do a little one, big one, little one, big one. I don't know why, but I just feel it's quite releasing. I think I reckon this people, if I took up skiing, I'm sure. Not that I've ever been. I don't know. My mate, one of my friends does skiing, although he's been for a while because it costs a lot of money and but one of my friends, and I'm sure he does something like this as a warm up. Okay, 2 more. And 1 more. Oh, nice. Okay, the final one isn't quite as, it's a little bit more shaped. So I'll show from the front and I'll show from the bit together. I'll do it this way, all facing in the same direction. But if I do that, you won't be able to see what the arms are doing. Turn my waist, I make a square shape. I go back into that leg. I come forward and I stretch up like you're a beautiful ballet dancer or something, and then you come back to the middle and then you do 2 of these. You go point, point. So as if you're sparing your hands into the earth, kind of like, what was it called, Wolverine. He used to do sometimes. And then we go like that, and then you go up, up. So open, yeah, look, open the hand. So, because you're facing that way, you can't see what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing this side. Okay, so just watch. So go like this, and I come back, and then I go like that, and I'm keeping my arms stretched. And then I come back and do 1, 2, then 1, 2, 1, 2. Have we got that yet? Yeah. Now with this bit in the middle, you can do at bent knees. That's okay. But if you want to stretch the hamstring, you can do it with a stretch. But if you want to come back upright, you have to bend your knees so that you're not damaging your back to come up. So it's like this, and then you come up. Or you can just go like that, and that will protect the back more, and it will still stretch your hamstrings a bit. Okay, I'm going to turn around. And we're going to do that side first, and we're going to do that side next. Okay, here we go. Ready? Go. 1, big stretch. 2, in the middle. 1, 2. So it's not to 2 times. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 6, 7, and 8. Fantastic. Great. Great, good. So, yeah, all the exercises, even at the beginning of the class, pay attention and look at what's happening and do that. So, principles are the same. You sink your hips, you relax, you turn the waist. So you want to turn the waist, and you want to watch the alignment of the knees. So knees in line with the toes, sinking the hips, muscles relaxed and soft, upward feeling in the bones, turning the waist. That's this area here. You turn. Let's go back to this one again. So keep the weight in the middle, turn the waist. Turn the waist. Fabulous. Okay, let's do some joint warm-ups. So we'll start with the shoulder. So we go up, back, down. And again, watch the alignment. There's a little bit of a waist turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was amazing how quick you got here. Yeah, fantastic. 8, and then we go in the other direction. 1, 2, brilliant. 3. Well, that's good. When Christine gets here. 4, 5. So Dawn's not coming yet because she's touring around the UK. 6, 7, 8. Dawn in Alaska. So 1, 2, 3. It's very funny. Though I actually met her. She's lovely. Very good folk sing, amazing folk sing. 6, 7, 8, and then the other way. So, and one of the reasons why I'm making this 5:30 is because then in Alaska it'll only be 8:30 in the morning when she comes. So she comes in just as she starts and she does the perfect work. Amazing. 6, 7, 8. Nice and tall. And we must remember when it, if anyone, we'll have to turn all the radiators back down to 2 if we get. I'm nice and warm now. I think the heating must come in. Does it feel warm? You put that one on. Did you put your one on? Well, you turn the thing. You turn. Oh, I just make them up. So we turn that. You could turn that up to 3 because that shouldn't be on 0 anyway. So whoever usually is very naughty. They should have had it on. You're supposed to have them on 2 all the time because of, I can't remember why. I'm not sure. What was it? Burst pipes. We don't want to burst the pipe, especially when it gets colder. And thank you. And then so 2 will be nice and comfy. And then that one, what one is that one on now? It's on 4. Yeah, that's on the 4. Okay, that's perfect. And then we'll just have to remember to put them all back. That one's on the 3. I'll put it all back down to 2. Okay, so let's just stretch up like we're a cat. Stretch up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nice, 7, 8, and down. Okay, we'll do some neck ones now. So check your posture. Check your posture. So the rest of the body is staying still for this one. We're just isolating for the neck movement, and we're going to go the sort of nose level corners. So we're going to turn 1, 2. Now just turn a little way, and then when it feels like your neck's freed up a bit more, then make the movement bigger. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now we're doing the top corners, and we're doing the semicircle with our nose 8 times. Ready, go. So like turn your nose up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Fantastic. Back to the middle, and then we look up first, I think, but only like looking up there, and then back to the middle, just to the middle. 2, back to the middle. 3, back to the middle. 4, back to the middle. 5, so just the middle. We're doing it in 2 halves. 6, 7, 8. Right, now we go down and then back to the central point. So down, and then very slowly come back to the middle bit. So back where you were. So in the olden days, we go all the way up and all the way down. For some reason, I can't remember why, or I didn't ask why, they do it in 2 halves, this exercise. So I'm just following and copying. I might ask Lisa Robinson, the clinical exercise lady, and say, look, have you got any other neck things I could be doing? 6, 7, and 8. Great. And then what we do is we turn, put your hand on your cheek and just turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, back to the middle. Hold cheek, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, back to the middle. Then you put your hand over your head like that, and then you pull towards your elbow, and then that stretches the neck that way. So you want to face forward. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just a gentle pull, don't go too enthusiastic, just in case it comes off. 7, 8, 9. So you have to hold it like that. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, back to the middle. And we do that the other side. So like that, keep the head forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Back to the middle. Okay, nice. And have a little shake out. We'll come back to the arms in a bit. Okay, let's just swing on them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just a swing up. 5, 6, 7. So gently stretching the hamstrings. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, like that. And then we'll do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nice. Sink the feet. Oh. Hands on the hips, circling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stretch up, stretch out, down, turn the hand, keep it open. And then back to where you were. 1 down, 1 up, rotate and move. And back. 1 down, 1 up, rotate and over. 3. 1 down, 1 up, rotate and over. 4. 1 down, 1 up, rotate and over. 5. Nice. 1 down, 1 up, rotate and over. 6. Fantastic. Okay, back to the feet together, circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bend the knees, straighten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hands. So we just start by shaping the hands. Shake the hands, just get nice and relaxed. Keep breathing, sink the hips, lengthen through the spine, soften the muscles. Just shaking the hands. So keep the long thing, look, shaking the hands. Yeah. So follow the instructions. Shaking the hands. Okay, and then circles. 1, 2, 3. So you circle the wrist. 5, 6, 7, 8. So notice I'm keeping my elbows still. When I do this, my elbow stays still. I'm rotating my wrist. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keeping the elbows still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the elbows still again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you move the rest of the arm. 2, 3, 4. So I move the whole arm. 6, 7, 8. So I'm going out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Yeah. But lower. Look. 1. I do it to here. Look. 1, 2. Look at the angle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Now we circle around the elbows, but the rest of our shoulders stay still. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders stay still. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders stay still and the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this time I move the whole of the arm and we come nice and big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. 6. Nice. 7 and 8. Okay, let's just check that our feet. Now you might want wider feet, but you definitely want them shoulder width apart. Let's come around the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Shall we have a, oh, we've been going on. Let's have a water break due to popular request, and then we'll have a look at the, we'll have a look at that one, Rising Coiling Dragon, and then also a little bit, we'll just go through all these punching exercises, because that's fun. And then we might just throw a couple of kicks in just to kind of get the body loosened up, but we're doing it at super slow speed. So like snail kung fu. I'll just pause the video. Okay, so just for fun, let's look at Dragon Surf teacup. We just had our water break, but we'll just do we'll do a slightly higher version, and then we'll do Rising Coiling Dragon, and then we'll do the little bit of the punching bit, and then we're just going to look at this bit of the form before the single whip, and just do it just to practice the principles. My computer keeps doing weird things. So hopefully that's been nice. I'll join to all. So I'll just show you this. So you turn the waist, you turn the waist, you turn the waist. Yeah. So I'm going to just use this as a cup because it's plastic. So if I drop it, it won't be bothered. So if you have a look. So you want to keep your hand open, so the cup. So next time you've got friends round for tea, and you want to give them a nice cup of tea or coffee, then this is how you serve it. There's your tea. So I did actually do this with, I tried it out at home. I put some water in a bowl and another bowl, so I had one each. And what happened was I spilt the water everywhere. So obviously I need to do more practice. So we'll do a couple of trial runs, and then we'll do 10, and I'll face in that direction. I'll face in that direction. So here we go. Ready? And we're just trying the trial run. So we turn. Now you sink your hips back. You keep the hand flat. And then you come around, so you want to keep the hand flat so you don't drop the water. And then you turn, sink the hips, this comes around. Like that, that's it. Hey, perfect, right, let's do 10. Are we ready? Start this side, ready, steady, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and once more we're feeling 10. Fantastic. Okay, right, shake out, have a little shake out. Next, so Rising Coiling Dragon, I'll show it from the front, and then we're just gonna wing it. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. Anyway. Terrible joke. So I need to get a new writer, don't I? So you turn, just watch. Then you go into rooster stance, then you go into cat stance, and then you open and you do Rising Dragon, that's like that. Then you turn, and then you step, and then you go Coiling Dragon, and then you go Rising Dragon, and then you come around, rooster stance, Rising Dragon, Coiling Dragon, Rising Dragon. And then we do that 3 times. So we do 3 reps. So we'll start this side, and we'll go with that end first, then we'll go to that end. So here we go. And rising dragon starts. Step into bow and arrow starts. Transfer your weight. Coiling dragon. Step back into cat stance. Rising dragon. Cat stance. Rising dragon. Now step into bow and arrow starts. Bring the hand round. Turn and now do it the other side. Rooster stance. Cat stance. Rising dragon. Turn. Bow and arrow stance. Coiling dragon. Sink back. Turn, rising dragon, and then to get around, go back into bow and arrow stance, rising dragon, boiling dragon, rising dragon, rising dragon, boiling dragon, rising dragon, and then one more time each side, rising dragon, boiling dragon, rising dragon, and then last one with feeling, rising dragon, boiling dragon. Don't worry, full dragon's a bit wonky, rising dragon. You can have a wonky rising dragon, and then you come back to the middle, cross your hands, and oh, nice. So that was rising, boiling dragon, and dragon teacups. Right, so what we were looking at, we'll do it as a health exercise. It's called inspect the horse's mouth, roll back all of the double hand push. But to get into that, turn your left foot out and then place your right foot forward into right bow and arrow stance. So I'm using the wooden boards to measure my shoulder width gap between my feet. So your shoulder width gap. So actually go to shoulder width gap and look at how many boards are between your feet. So you've got 2. I've got 2 as well. That might be a bit wide. I don't know. That might be okay. So you want to keep that 2 board gap when you step forwards. So let's try that. So if I turn that, actually I'm more like, you're more like 2, but I'm more like 2.5, yes, or something. So work out what it is and keep that gap between the feet. Keep that gap between the feet. So you want to then turn that. Yeah, that's better. So now you've got 2 boards between your feet. See? Brilliant. That's how you can tell with your shoulder width. So get that nice and comfy first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just sink into that front foot, sink the hips, and then sink into the back foot, sink the hips. But when you sink back, there's a little bit of bend in there, and this knee is in line with the toes. So it's like you're holding your feet. So when you're sinking forward, you wanna be upright. You want to be up. That's it when you sink forward, and when you sink back. And when you sink back, I'll show you from the side view. I'm sinking down. My sitting bones are going down rather than like that. They're going down, and that murders your leg. Really murders your leg. So especially when you're going slowly like this, it will strengthen your leg as well as murdering it. Oh, we're going to do some punching. So we'll do this first, and then we'll break it up with some punching. There you go. We'll have a inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, hold off and double-handed push, punching sandwich. So sorry about that. Now try it with the other foot. So we're keeping our, check your floorboards and keep that gap. So you want to make sure your feet, yeah, you've adjusted your feet. So what you want to do is start again, and you can adjust your feet a bit, but hold your horses before you adjust your feet. See, does that feel right? No, I'm going to adjust a bit, but don't adjust your feet so much that you end up like this, because that's too much. So you can adjust your feet a little bit, But that's where the paying attention comes in. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Sinking both legs first. Sinking both legs first. And just let yourself. Oh, then you go forwards and back. So it's about, and then you might want to experiment with the angle of the back foot as well. So the hips and shoulders should be square onto the opposite wall. So you sink back and sink forward. So if you actually physically use the floorboards, so if you face that way, if you've got the floorboards, that will help you measure. That's it. Okay, now sink back and turn. Now when you turn, you want to sink your hips down. Then you sink forward and turn. Sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. And you're just turning to this position. No further, that's too far. You want to sink to here. So you sink back, you turn, the knee stays in line with the toes. That's it. Sink forward, turn, face front. Sink back, turn, knee stays in line with the toes. Sink forward, turn, face front. Sink back, turn, knee stays in line with the toes. Marvellous. And we change feet. So it's so cut though, it's a bit boring, but it's worth it because then your feet are in the right place. So you turn, keep the same width between the feet. Now when you sink, that's when you adjust if you need to. So you've adjusted it so you've only got one floorboard, yeah. So you might want to have the back foot out a little bit more, but you might try out and see what happens. And when you adjust, when Mike does it, he adjusts with the heel on the floor. But again, so sink back and turn, sink forward and turn. That's it. Sink back and turn. This again also lowers your legs, but will make them very strong. Again, you want to be upright. 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 Boxing your legs upright. For this, you're upright. Okay, and then what we're going to do is sink back and hold the ball. Sink forward, inspect the horse's mouth. That's it. Roll back. Turn. Ward off. Sink forward. That's it. Then separate the hands. Sink back. Double-handed. So when you do double-handed push, it's from here rather than here. It's from here. Double-handed push. Sink your hips down. Then you hold the ball again. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inspect the horse's mouth because we'll look at it a bit more after our punch break. Roll back. Have a break. Have a punch break. Yeah. Ward off. Sink back. Double-handed push. That's better. Sink. Hold ball. That's it. So this is inspect the horse's mouth. Now turn the hand over. Try and turn the hand over without lift. Just turn it over. That's it. And then sink back. But that was the right idea. And then ward off. Double-handed push. So that should be murdering your legs right now. So let's stop there. Give it a shake. Oh, that's horrible. Oh dear. But do you know, it really works your legs, doesn't it? That's just ridiculous. So we're going to set up our very good bow and arrow stance using these floorboards to measure. If you haven't got floorboards on Zoom, imagine them. Get in touch with your inner floorboards, and then we just come out with so much rubbish. And then we're sinking. So sink first. Get yourself just so. And balance and solid. So if someone was to shove at you, you would stay perfectly still. So just do it 50-50 and they would fly off. What a nasty woman. Anyway, so you sink back and turn and hold the ball. There's some violence going on in this room. And then you sink back and you turn and then you Oh, it's fun being back, isn't it? Yeah, and then. But. There we go. And then hold the ball. So inspect the horse's mouth. Robert, that robin's singing again. It was singing all year, that robin. The robin outside sort of Prior Village Hall. It's in good voice. Oh, can you hear it? That's brilliant. And then one more time. Yeah, at least there's not that loud music playing. We went to Leslie's Keep Fit class and she always has the music on far too loud. So you can't actually hear her instruction. And marvellous. Okay, so that's inspect the horse's mouth, roll back all the dumb panic. What we're going to do for fun, I'll just show you, is we're going to, now when you're punching, you're more, you've got this posture, make it diagonal and turn your body a bit, and you're more on the balls of your feet, like you're in the basketball court, and you. But we won't go too exciting because that's too far. So it's so when you step, that's called follow step. So when you're punching, actually we'll just do this. So this is a slightly different way of moving to Tai Chi. So you want your are you all right or left-handed? You're right, and you're right, and you're right. Brilliant. All right. So you want your left foot forward if you're right-handed, because the right hand is your power hand, and that, yeah, exactly. That's the one that you cross with. So I was practicing punching actually this morning. So you have the jab hand is the front hand, the right hand is the cross hand. And that's it, nice. So, and you turn your waist punch. So actually, if we go back to this and we just go back to that and turn in the waist, turn the waist. So turn the waist and you press down with the feet to punch. So we're just going to do this just to get the waist down. That's it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that jab cross and show that from the side. So I sit back and turn, jab. Now you can do jab cross on the front foot. That's perfectly legit. But what we're also practicing is a weight shift. So we'll go jab cross, forward, forward, jab cross, back, back, jab cross, forward, forward, jab cross, back, jab cross. So you want to cross there. Now that's a cross that way. That starts on that. So jab. Cross. We're going to open that. So, okay, I'll hold that up. Just do it not too far. Jab cross. Yeah, don't sit your thumb up. No, don't put your thumb in, you'll break the thumb. So you want to hold it back. So over there. So that's the because if you have the thumb there, you will break your thumb. If you have the thumb inside, you will break your thumb. You want to break their face. So, jab cross. Jab. That's better. So that's better. Good. There's a very scary woman over here. So jab cross. So you just imagine you've got a target in front of you, because at the moment what you're doing is you're coming across too much with your cross. Imagine there's a target. When I had the target in front of you, you did it perfect. And you also want to make sure your wrists are straighter. Yeah, that's not bad. So when you're holding the hands up, all the minutes at the moment, you want to have a straight wrist. And that was in the when we were doing the bending the thing with the bands, you were bending them like that. You want to bend them with a straight wrist, because that will help strengthen that wrist joint. So that, which is good for bone density. So we're going to go jab, cross, 1, 2, jab, cross, 1, 2, jab, cross, 1, 2, jab, cross, 1, 2. So look, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. So we're actually moving on the ball of the foot, ball of the foot, ball of the foot, ball of the foot, ball of the foot. Yeah, and you want to, it's a bit more solid to the ground. So jab, cross, 1, 2, jab, cross, 1, 2, jab, cross, 1, 2, jab, cross, 2. Okay, now we're going to go 1, 2, jab, cross, 1, 2, jab, cross. So that's a little bit too, you want to think forward rather than forward, jab, cross. Stick it more over there just for now while you're doing the air. Jab, cross. Yeah, you're turning too far. You want to do it to the front. That's it. Jab, cross. Then we go 1, 2, jab, cross. 1, 2, jab, cross. That's it. That's better. 1 and straight wrists here. Straight wrists. Straight wrists. No, that's not straight, is it? Look at them. Is that straight? No, it's not. Is that straight? No, it really isn't. Is that straight? Yes, it is. Simple as that. Watch what you do. Jab, step, jab, cross, step, jab, cross, flex. Put the feet marbles up. Okay, then fun. So remember, we're not doing that. We're doing that. So try again. Step, step, jab, cross. Step, that's better. Jab, cross. 3, jab, cross. Then works wrong way. 4, jab, cross. Fantastic. And then fun, we're just going to do a few kicks. So we just kick that way, move around, hit that way, step, step, kick, kick, step, step, kick, kick, step, step, and then try going forward, step, step, kick, kick, step, step, kick, kick, 1, nice, kick, kick. Someone's been stretching, haven't they? Stretch. So yeah, you're making a habit of having bendy wrists. So you want to make a habit of having straight wrists. But that's fine. I mean, at least straight wrists. Straight wrists. Then it means the wrists are already straight when you punch them. So look at it. Have it look straight. Then put that. Yeah, you keep doing that. You want to do this. And you want your thumb there. Thumb over. That's it. Over. But where it is in relation to the fingers. It's there, because then it's out of the way. Or your thumb out of the way. Yeah. Cool. Actually, let's do jab, cross, and 2 kick. Okay, ready, steady, forward. Jab, cross, kick, kick, and then just move it. Jab, cross, kick, straight wrists, kick all the time. Straight wrists with guard up. Straight wrists, guard up. Enough of that. Oh my goodness, that was exhausting. So good, cool on the punching. So it's very good for getting your cardio, get your body moving. Let's just bounce a bit and just get ourselves nice and relaxed, nice and loose. Oh, that's better. And we'll do this one. We'll turn. So again, keep your knees. Oh. Yeah, we'll keep moving. So now what we're going to do is super slow-mo. Super slow-mo. So we'll just go like this. 2. Now actually let's do hook, hook, but slow, slow. Hook. So the hook goes like, actually we'll just do that with the hands. The hook goes like that. The hook goes like that. So you dig your toes in, and your knee and hip are going in the direction of the hook, which is like that. Hook. So talk on the phone with your other hand. So that's your guard. Guard. Straight wrist. Guard. Guard. Straight wrist. That's not straight, that's just bent the other way. You want to have a straight wrist. Straight wrist. Look. Straight wrist. Straight wrist. Straight wrist. Don't make a fuss about it. Just get your wrist straight and stop screwing your face up. You want to relax your face when you're punching. That's it. So look, straight wrist, it stays straight. It stays straight. Stay straight. Straight wrist. Straight wrist. That bend. Straight wrist. That's still bent. That's still bent. That's still bent. That's straight. That one's still bent. That one's straight. That one's still bent. That one's straight. Okay, you're half right. Well done. Straight. Straight wrist. Straight wrist. Straight wrist. Straight guard with a straight wrist. Straight wrist, punch. Guard, straight wrist, punch, straight wrist. Everything straight wrist. Straight wrist. Slower, slower. So while you're doing it slower, look at your hand and have a little look, make sure that's straight. There you go. With a straight wrist, then that's a better barrier against an attack than one of those and one of those. Because if you've got one of those that will come over the top and hit you, if you've got one of those, that's not so good either. You want a straight wrist, that's a barrier. Okay, great. Nice. Shake out. Oh. Okay, so now, hang on my brain. Inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, roll up, double hand push. Then we send it back, we turn, we push out, gather around the whole ball. And we step, we'll just do this. Sink back, sink forward, sink back, turn, axle, step. So we're going to do the fits. Actually, we're just going to do the turn bit. So we're going to start with our left foot forward, facing that way. I'm going to do my right so I can see what you're doing, you can see what I'm doing, and we can see each other. You can see my hands a bit better. We're not on you, man. So you've got your, that's it. So you're like this, and you're facing that way. Then you sink back, you turn. So you want your left foot forward. You rather that's it, your left foot forward. And okay, make sure you've got a what between your what. Shoulder width gap between your go start. Shoulder width gap between your feet. That's right. Shoulder width gap between your feet. So make sure you've got a shoulder width gap between your feet. That's it. Now we sink back and we turn. So look, I turn this foot turns. That's it. Now you transfer the weight. Now you go into cat stance. I'll go here. Now you step, and you've got a shoulder width. That's not a shoulder width gap. That's definitely not a shoulder width gap. That's better, but still not quite a shoulder width gap. But that's better than it was. Now you sink back. You turn this foot. You transfer the weight. You go into cat stance and turn that foot in a bit. And then you step, heel toe. Shoulder width gap between your feet. You sink back. You turn. You transfer. Yeah, you want to sink back and turn, watch. Okay. So if I do it the same way that everyone else, so I'm going to hold the ball, no, it's fine. Actually, I'll do it in the opposite so you can see what my hands are doing. So you step, heel, toe. So just watch. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. And I have a shoulder width gap between my feet. Forward off. Separate the hands, sink back. So I might slightly change this sinking back bit, and it kind of does this kind of thing, which looks more like what we do at each one. And then the elbows don't go behind. They kind of get parked just above the hips here, and don't go behind back. double hand push. And then you sink back into outstretch the hand. Now when I turn, this foot stays still, back foot stays still, front foot turns. Then I push out, now my foot moves. And I'm facing, I've done a 180-degree turn, so I'm facing that wall, and then I step, and then I inspect the horse's mouth. I roll back. I ward off. And I double hand push. That's better. So we're just going to do that as a little flippy floppy sort of to me to you exercise. I don't know if you remember the Chuckle Brothers, but they used to do this thing called to me to you, to me to you, and it would go on forever, and it was very funny. I don't know why it was funny, but when I was 5, I thought it was the most funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life, and then I look at it later and think, I don't know why that's funny. That's actually that funny, but there you go. So, yeah, Chuckle Brothers Tai Chi. Right, computer spins and so let's go that way. So step your left foot, put your left foot forward, and I'll go. Actually, if you turn around, then everyone's facing in the same way, and go that way a bit, go that way a bit, that way a bit. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm still in the shot on Zoom, and then hopefully you'll be able to see. So put your left foot forward, I'll put my right foot forward so you can see my hand in. Now you sit back, hold the ball. That's it. And then you're in. Okay, I'll do that. That's too confusing. That's really confusing. You're in. You're in that start. Remember, you're in that start. That start first. Then you set your toe. Transfer the weight. Turn the waist and set the rules now. Now just. Okay, we'll be a little more. So we'll sink your hips down a bit. Sink it and back in the way. That's it. Now you roll back. See. Ward off. Sink forward, stay upright. Sink back. Double hand push. Then you sink back. Turn. Turn the foot right in. Push out, gather around the whole wall, go this side. And you'll read cats on. Remember, cats on. Very good. So now you step heel, and you step. Oh, when you step, keep your weight in the back leg. Then sit forward, inspect the horse's mouth. So, too much for the arm. No, look. Transfer the weight, arm follow. So again, let's do that 3 times. Transfer the weight, turn the waist. Yeah, 2 forward. You want to sink the hips. Look at my body angle. Like that. That's better. That's good. Now open the hands, that's it. Now turn them over. Yeah, too high. Just turn them over much lower, so that's it. Now you sit back. Now you sink forward. Separate the hands, sink back. That's it. Elbows a little bit more forward. Yeah, that's it. Now double hand push. Yeah, with a bent palm. So, and it comes from underneath. Boom. Like uppercut. Comes from underneath and comes forward. So your feet are now less than shoulder width apart now. You need to have your feet shoulder width apart. Okay, let's sink back. You get your feet shoulder width apart. So when you sink back and turn, push out, go around the whole ball. So get your feet in the right place, shoulder width. Then you transfer the weight. Then you turn the waist, inspect the horse's mouth. You're upright. Turn the hand, small turn. Small turn. So look like that. Just as that. Look. Okay, let's do raise one hand and put the other hand on top like that. And then just like this. So I'm in Wu Chi, I'm going like this. And I'm just doing that. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, try the other side, 5 potato, 6 potato. So that's all that's happening. But because there's stuff happening with the body, so it's not in the arms, it's in the waist, it's in the legs. So if you look like this, and then I just do that. There is a little bit of a rise, but not a huge one. So just watch, inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, it's quite subtle. Wood off, double-handed push. Then I sink back, I turn. You can't really rush these things, that's the problem. You push out, you gather under hold the ball, and then I step into, whoops, look my footing, step, shoulder width. Then I transfer the weight and turn the waist to get to inspect the horse's mouth. I turn the hands over, I sink my weight into the back leg, I turn the waist to do roll back nice. A little bit more bend in the front leg, but apart from that was great. And then sink forward, double-handed push. So remember, when you sink, you want to sink like this, hips down, sink forward, sink like that. Try it again. So let's try. So what you're doing, I'll do it out of the camera shot. What you're doing is this. You want to do this. That's it. So you can spring forward and whack someone with your big fists. Yeah. So it's like if you're like that, that is quite useful, but that's a perfectly legitimate way of moving. It's just not what I'm doing. So it's not wrong. It's just not what I'm doing. So you want to, and then you can, you see, and then it goes to spring. So you can exactly. Nice. Come round in a circle. Oh gosh. It's nearly time to come round in a circle. Yeah. Very nice. Especially if you're on Zoom. You'll have to make a circle between the computer and the cat. And so yeah, we're going to look at structure, I think, because you can bluff things really easily in Tai Chi. I mean, that was one of the problems with as well as the camera switching off, because it ran out of juice when I did my tutorial. I realised that my alignment was a bit nah. And I thought, oh, how could I? So I've got a bit of a bee in my bonnet about alignment. Let's keep breathing. Oh, I've got a message. And hopefully that's the tea. No, that was this morning, the tea. You missed it. Because Tai Chi and tea is at 10:30, but we didn't get tea because I ended up getting stuck on the M11. Thus, that was our tea break. But yeah, if you want to do Tai Chi and tea, and those of you that come into more than one class, I mean, if you wanted to teach, yeah. Tea Chi, that's what we're doing at 10:30. But you can do it on Zoom. You can come on Zoom, just come along for the jolly. And just feel if you want to throw a donation. Yeah. Wednesday's on, yeah. So that's so much nicer, isn't it? Okay, so let's do some nice things. So what we're going to do is we're going to do thumb glossing for seconds. Beautiful. Look at that. And then you go wee, well, and stick with a beautiful blossom tree. And you've got all the lovely blossoms falling down gracefully. And this is a sneaky way of getting your weight to shift and your balance to improve. And this is one I learned from Eva Kaskuba, because she's fab. And I'm seeing her tomorrow, I hope, on Zoom. She teaches a class at 8:30 in the morning on a Wednesday. If you fancy, but I missed it. Rather, yeah. But my friend Sally Yoga, she teaches a class at 6:30 in the morning on Fridays on Zoom. Yeah, 6:30 to 7:15. That's far too early, isn't it? Okay, and then sun and moon, so great big that's
Just got a video, it should be working video player, an old fashioned video.
oh,
So I'm doing our online videos.
what that VHS tape?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah.
You've got videotapes. Goodness.
I've got my fitness one.
20 fitness video.
I've watched one.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. I got sent some amazing fitness videos on YouTube from the 80s. They are hilarious. They've got outfits, they've got big hair, and they've got what are those leg warmers?
And stripy.
Oh, it's horrible. And the music, yeah, they're quite something. So and yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. And then embrace the total intentionality. So no, we don't need to do this in stripy leotards unless you really want to. Actually,
Yeah.
my mum. My mum once sent me. Yeah, once sent me, I gave it to one of my friends, so I haven't got it anymore. A leopard spot onesie to teach my Tai Chi classes in. She said that would be really good in the. I was like, oh, thank you, Mum. I'm not even going to wear it. I gave it to one of my next door neighbours, love leopard spot, and I was brilliant. So that's weird. One was like, it's like I am not teaching Tai Chi in a leopard spot onesie. So, and then rub your hands together. Oh dear. And polish the face. Dungarees. Yeah, dungarees. Oh, I like the Pummel Nylene lot. I saw them on the when I was in. I put the music channel on. They all wore dungarees in the 80s when they were nice. And rub the lower back, which is the best bit, isn't it? It's the best bit. And we're all breathing still. So, yeah, we'll look at structure, I think, because most of the people who come to this class have been coming for a while, so we can do that. Did you like the punching? Did you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will continue with the punching then due to popular request. It's warm. Gets you nice and warm. And it's quite. And oh yes, because we're not doing the whole COVID thing, we could even get some pads and gloves out. Okay, due to popular request, we've got. We'll try and do some gloves and pads and things. All right, yeah. Okay, let's do it. One more time, and then I think we've overstayed our welcome. Oops. Nice, relax, and then make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top. Bring your feet together and bow. And that was so amazing. You sound just like brilliant. Fun. Okay, I'll stop recording.